Much better. Greetings, Earthlings. Guys, I'm trying to have a microphone here, but apparently we're not doing microphone. So... Hi, Soren. Hi, bye. Soren, can you hear me? I tried to hook up my microphone, but nothing's happening, and I have the AC on literally like right here. You can hear me, okay. Do you like my new Instagram? I haven't taken a photo in a minute. Sophie. Hi, Sophie. Greetings, Earthlings. Guys, I have to have a little snack first. You love it. Yeah, me too. I almost didn't post, but I'm so hypercritical about my work that, as you know, Soren, I haven't been posting whatsoever. So it was fun to do something. I literally just threw my camera on and was just like, let's kind of emulate this little concept I have going right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Come in, come in. The glitter one. The glitter one. What? What glitter one, Soren? Anyways, it's a fun one. I like the vibe. I almost want to delete my entire Instagram, like not my account, but like all of the photos. Mira, hi Mira. Get your snack, Zach. Yes, I was working on a photograph, and I kept like looking at the time. Okay, Soren. And it all just like flew by, so I really quickly cut up an apple, and I have a granola bar because oh my god, please do not what? I feel like there's a delay in the chat, even though I like make sure that there's no delay. Like there's an option you can click. I don't know why. Oh, you're saying no to deleting my whole Instagram. No, I just meant all the photos so I can have new photos. I've removed a lot. I used to have 2,000 posts. Now it's just 390. So, yes, everyone come in. Once I start, it's going to go very quickly. I think this time I'm going to just like start with a sign and then go from there. Yair, did I say your name right? Hello and welcome. Okay. I need to get a list out of all the zodiac signs so I can just start with them. Or maybe actually. Hi everyone. It was such a big bite. Hope you guys are doing so well. We're going to focus on blessings today. And, you know, I'm not going to go in order. I'm just going to pick cards. Soren's a Virgo. We might just start with Virgo. But I like clocked it all out. Even if I do 5 minutes per sign, that's still an hour. And that's like not chatting whatsoever or answering any questions. So I have Virgo. Oh, Sophie's a Virgo. Okay. All right, so maybe we just start. I'm going to pull your main blessings. We're under a sturgeon full moon. There's a bunch of other names. I think it's like fly up as well. It's when all the birds that were hatched this spring. Also, everyone, please just chime in if you can hear me because I have the AC running right by my laptop. But it is also 100 degrees today. Okay, so the first card out, this is for Virgo. This is for blessings. Curious. Okay, so 2 9s, but 2 very, very, very different cards. So the first card that came out is the 9 of Swords, which can sometimes mean like nightmares. And so if you guys have been having or plagued with bad sleep, there's a ding. I think you guys have been plagued with bad sleep, and that is something that's changing. I think with the moon is full, it's like it always messes with my sleep, and I think it's been messing with your guys' sleep as well. But we also have this Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. And so I feel like if you guys have really been focusing on a desire of yours, especially if you've been manifesting, I see that coming through in the next 30 days. So two nines though, 9-9, I think you'll see 9-9 repeating when this manifestation is going to come through. So keep an eye out for 9-9, but also nines are, to me, the number of success. So I just see a lot of victory in your future, and let's just go a little bit deeper, okay? I see the big blessing coming for you guys. For some of you, it's a communication about a work offer, okay? I think you guys have been either wishing for love or wishing for something to do with work. And I see this Page of Pentacles as a very, very good partner. Of all the knights in the deck, this is the most reliable, most stable knight. And then the Eight of Wands always, to me, talks about a burst of energy, or I'm getting this idea of a communication. For some of you, it feels like whatever you've been building creatively, whatever you've been building, there seems to have been some sort of block, or it was giving you a lot of anxiety. And what I see moving forward is we're not having that creative block anymore, is what it feels like. It feels like all that energy of the past is moving behind us. We're no longer in this fear, anxiety mindset. Something that you guys were building, some job you guys have, something that you guys were doing for work. This could be your own business. I think that it was giving you a little bit of grief. I think that energetically it was not something that was in alignment with where you were, but you've done something different. I feel like you've changed your vibration and your mental headspace, and now you're in a much better headspace in order to pull through whatever this creative project you guys are doing. This is work or creative talent. And this is the big blessing for Virgo. I see for some of you, though, this is a communication. And I don't want to draw this out too long, but I did create a new sort of relationship romance deck. So what I'm going to do for Virgo is pick up on this communication. I'm just going to draw 3 cards for you guys and see if I can't pick up on a significant relationship. This person's blonde, and they're going to make you laugh. It's always so weird because the cards are backwards in the camera. And then teacher or instructor. Okay, so I'm getting this as 2 different energies. I feel like the big blessing for Virgo is everything we've talked about. You're no longer in this headspace of lack or scarcity. You're getting a communication about something in work moving through. It feels like, and this is just the energy of it, so try to fit it into your life. Something was clogged before, or was paperwork. It's like the idea of a signature wasn't on a piece of paper that you put through, and it just caused this big headache. All of that is sorted out. I see with this Page of Pentacles, perhaps there is a teacher or an instructor or a mentor moving into your life who's going to help you. Okay, this person could be blonde. I also think this person is just going to really help solidify that you're out of this negative energy. And for others of you, it's like the message of someone who's your teacher or your instructor or someone you look up to is reaching out to you because there are some feelings. I do get that for the majority of you, this is platonic though, because we have funny. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for Virgo. I love to see that. Honestly, I would relate to this, Virgo, okay? I mean, for all the cards to come out and we're talking about a blessing and you have the 9 of Cups coming out as your blessing, that's pretty great. Yeah, cool. I see you building your lot in life with that Knight of Pentacles, so slow and steady wins the race. Try not to get into your head. You know that very first card that popped out, the 9 of Swords. Try not to be your worst enemy is what I just heard. Okay, because you have a lot of creative talent and ability. Okay, I do. No problem with the AC. Yes. Okay. Oh my God, Edgar. Hello. It is very cool that you are here. I just did Virgo, and I was a little long-winded, so I have to keep it short because my energy really does run out, you guys. I don't know if you can tell. If you ever pick pile 3 on my pick a card channel, my voice, I have to keep the microphone right here because I end up talking so quietly. I don't know what it is. Okay, great. I'm glad that we can. Sun and Moon are Capricorn, rising is Taurus. Oh, Sophie has an interview for a new job on Monday. That would make a lot of sense. With the Nine of Cups, that's something that is going to work out in your favor. Now, I don't want to paint that exactly for you, but I like how that feels energetically. Hear you loud and clear. All right, so let's move on. I think Yair had a very good idea to work with like just earth or air or all that jazz. So Virgo is earth, right? So let's do Capricorn. So do we have any Capricorns in the house? Sun, moon, or rising? Yes, divination and channeling can make you tired as well. I agree with that. Like some of these messages are vibing universally. Yes, I feel that too. I think that like the signs, the zodiac signs, I don't know if you guys have ever looked at your chart and tried to find the difference between tropical and sidereal. It's very difficult for me to draw a line there. And for the longest time, I hated that because I'm a little bit type A. But now I like the blurriness because in sidereal, for example, my moon is in Gemini, but in tropical, it's Cancer. And I very much am a Cancer moon person, but I'm a very Gemini moon. When I have something emotionally going on, the best thing for me is to just literally talk it out with like either myself in the mirror or my significant other. And it's just like talking at them. Suddenly, like as soon as I'm like done word vomiting, I feel like a different person. It feels like whatever energy was inside me has been completely transmuted, and I don't feel like that anymore. But and that's a very strong Gemini moon type of personality trait. So I feel like these blessings coming through under this new moon or a full moon, you're right, they could be universal. They could blend a little bit is how I see it. Ooh, Gemini moon for Edgar. Fabian Frias? Gemini sun and moon in Scorpio. Ooh. Yair, so you know, if he has something on his mind, my boyfriend's very good about it. I used to like bark a little bit when I would like word vomit or talk about what was going on. It's usually never something big, but it always feels big inside. But now I've like learned to like chill a little bit. I'm gonna have a bite of apple. Been having restless nights, just making things up in your head. Need to try not get stuck in there. Yes, that was the message of the Nine of Swords. I will also let you guys know that you're not the only person who's having sleep issues. Last night, actually, I did have good sleep, but the 2 nights before, oddly, I didn't. And I'm someone who's very, very strict with sleep. I go to bed at... You're going to think it's so early. I start winding down at 9:30. I am usually not up past 9:30 ever. I mean, like occasionally, if there's something really good on TV, like a nice conspiracy or something about Bigfoot, I'll stay up till like 11. And I also get up very early too, so at 6 o'clock. Okay, Capricorn. Okay, let's do the tarot. I'm not going to do the tarot for all of them. I'm going to switch decks. Pisces ascendant. Oh, he's got to be very psychic. That's the one sign that I wish I was. If I had to be something else. Okay, so this is for Capricorn. Ooh, oh. Capricorn, we have the Sun and we have the Seven of Cups. Okay. The Sun to me, okay, so the first message that's coming through is you're getting clarity about all these desires that you guys had in your head, which is why we probably were talking so much about a Gemini moon. I really let myself rattle on there. So I feel like you guys have a lot of different desires, and the Sun is bringing forward, interestingly, in the same way that the moon, when it's full, can illuminate something in the subconscious, because the moon always talks about the subconscious. So what's hidden, and when the moon is full and bright, it always brings it to the surface. What I'm getting for your blessing in the next 30 days with the Sun and the Seven of Cups is a similar thing, but it's not necessarily talking about the subconscious. It's bringing what's already in your awareness. So you guys are entertaining a lot of different desires and impulses. Some of you want to be famous. Some of you just want to further your education. Some of you want to improve your health. Some of you want to develop a new talent. What I'm getting is that you're able to narrow down which one you should identify first, because it feels like this one that you're picking is almost like a bigger foundation, and it's going to support like one, I'm hearing like one other of your talents, but it's the focus on this one specific talent that's going to be able to bring the rest of them into the future. With the Sun, some of you might even be celebrating a birthday, I suppose, but I also just feel a little bit of a glow up. I think a blessing would come, it's like intertwined. I'm getting this message as linked. It's like if you treat yourself to something, you're going to experience like a glow up. And I do talk about this often, but I don't articulate it well enough. It's like pick one thing on your appearance. For example, I've been doing my eyebrows a little bit differently. When you try to do too many, like the Seven of Cups indicates, when you try to like change the shape of your mustache, your eyebrows, your hair, what you wear, it becomes like too much and becomes confusing. It becomes overwhelming, which is what the Seven of Cups usually talks about, is emotional overwhelm. But if you can pick one thing, for example, treat yourself to a haircut, or treat yourself to getting your nails done, or treat yourself to a new mascara palette, eyeshadow palette. And it's like focus on that one thing is going to bring forward this like major glow up for you guys. For some reason, there's this message that's coming through. It's like I see this foundation, and it's like adding one thing on time. It does something that builds like a pyramid, is what I'm sensing it as. Okay, yeah, that's what's coming through. Let's see if we can go a little bit further. The Seven of Cups and the Sun. The big blessing is just you feel very good. I was getting like very, very nitpicky with that message. The overall message with the Sun is that you're just going to feel a lot more healthy, aware, a lot more vitality, a lot more energy. Also, self-confidence is a blessing that's coming through. Oh, I'm so glad, Edgar. Okay. Some of you, the Sun needed to come out, I'm hearing, because we're leaving behind this Tower moment. We're leaving, that's the structure that I saw, you guys. All I kept seeing was like, if you add like this, here's like a big structure, I'm seeing it like this, and you add like one thing at a time, it's gonna help build this up over and over and over again. The cards that literally just came out from the other deck are leaving behind the Tower, leaving behind a structure that was unstable. We're picking one thing right now, and I feel like that's like the very best route for you guys. Route. Moving forward, okay? Yeah, the Sun definitely needed to come out. You're getting illumination about this one specific thing. And I know I'm already really talking way too much. There are 10 more to go. So I hope that was very, very helpful. I love to see that synchronicity. Let's see. What's another Earth sign? Taurus. Do we have any Taurus in the house? Taurus, any Taurus in here? We just did Virgo and Capricorn. I'm going to have another apple, you guys, so I don't die. Taurus rising. Okay, let's go. Yair. So I have my hands on two decks, and I want you to pick left or right. I want to use a different deck. So pick left or right. This is for Taurus's blessing. Sorry to be chewing and talking at the same time. North Node is also in Taurus. Wow. Okay, left or right, Yair? Soren says left. Okay, we'll go with left. Oh my god, and then Yair says right. Ah, jeez. Okay, we'll do a little bit of both. Okay, so this is for Taurus. You material girls. Okay, Taurus. Aw, you have love with compassion. That's pretty cool. Let me just real quick. Let's see. Left. Soren chose Earth Magic, just so you know, Soren. And Taurus Venus got right on time. There you go. And Yair chose a spiritual lens. So let me just put these together, but I have to draw the spiritual lens first. This is for Taurus. Okay, so break the chain. Ancestral patterns, healing, and rewriting the future with love and compassion. I'm seeing these as an opening of your heart chakra is the biggest blessing coming forward. Now, before you're like, that's so vague, the heart chakra is the gateway to the upper chakras. In the same way that the solar plexus is kind of like the minor gateway to the lower ones, the heart chakra is the gateway to the upper ones. So when you have an opening of your heart chakra, you feel a lot more in sync with everyone in your life. This isn't just like self-confidence. This is like the ability to recognize oneness in everyone around you. And so you become a pillar of light. That's why I feel like you're having this break the chain moment here, healing, rewriting the future. It feels like whatever you're doing, Taurus, you've come into the body, which is a very good place for you as an earth sign. I feel like you're accepting your body for what it is. Maybe some of you have disabilities or physical limits or something along these lines, or I think that some of you have struggled with body image, or there's something to do with the body that I feel like was like, it just feels a little bit uneasy, but that has passed, and it feels like you guys are really moving into the body. And I just saw a hummingbird. Oh, she came right up to the window. Yes, so the hummingbird is joy. It feels like the best thing that you guys are coming to experience is just a sense of being in the body, and as a result of feeling safe inside there, it's like your vibration is allowed to like emit outwards. I just see you guys becoming in the body and feeling a lot more grounded and happy, and as a result, you're attracting more happiness into your life in the form of love, though. What I'm getting, though, is this deeper, more spiritual message. It's like I see you guys as before, it was like your soul was over here and your physical avatar was here. And it was like you wouldn't allow it to be together because something was being rejected. But now I see that you guys are together like in one. And whenever I do this, I always want to be like this so like the turtle can swim. And it feels like that's what you can do now. The heart chakra blessing, it sounds very vague, but it's like you're now able to navigate with life instead of like trying to be outside the body, not wanting to be here on earth, not really liking what you're doing, just not happy in the body. It feels like it causes this divide. So when you go in one direction, like you leave this other part behind you, and it just causes you to move forward in a very stilted, like awkward manner. But when the two come together like this, it feels like you really can sort of navigate through life with a lot more ease. And as a result, it feels like you're about to attract a lot more people to you because they see your aura getting a lot stronger. And that's a result of you accepting that you want to be in the body, you're accepting your physical appearance, and you're accepting other people around you. What I'm also getting with this healing or it's not really saying healing family patterns, but that just came into my head. I think that there's something in the family line that was lacking a lot of compassion. I feel like there's been some fear in the ancestors of yours and just kind of like scarcity mentality, lack mentality. And it feels like you guys have been doing spirituality for a while. And as a result, you're like softening. I just feel this softening in your heart which allows more love to reach you. And when more love can imbue inside your body, it causes your whole aura to expand. And as a result, you turn into this pillar of light where people are going to start reaching out to you because they can sense your energy. I know we went really spiritual, and this is supposed to be a blessing, and it is absolutely a blessing, but it feels like the biggest like thumbs up is what I want to say from your spirit guides. How is that, you guys? It's very hard for me to keep up with the chat. It takes me out. Anything else with that? With love and compassion and healing, I think that if you've been experiencing poor health, I'm not a doctor. If you've been experiencing poor health, I'm getting this idea that just like loving yourself and like I keep doing this. I keep placing my hands on my body in a very gentle way. So it feels like it just basically it translates to you're not like rejecting yourself anymore. I don't see you like picking at your skin. I don't see you looking at yourself in the mirror under a microscope. I just see you as being just like happy and relaxed. And as a result, you can like move into life without feeling like every step you take is like something is in the way. And that was that energy I was describing. It's like you try to move forward and then not wanting to be in your body or something about that just kept like this ball and chain weight dragging you. I see you like coming together, and I have to stop talking so much. There's so many other slides. But that was Taurus. Very cool, very different than the other ones. I always like to see that. Love and compassion coming out. That's so beautiful, you guys. Breaking the chain. Rewriting the future. That was the last note I wanted to talk about. Yeah. I think that anything that was in the family, as far as scarcity, lack mentality, I see you guys exploring spirituality, and as a result, you've awoken a bit, allowing the love in, literally love, and you're not someone who judges outside of you anymore, as a result, sending out negative energy. So then those negative energy spikes aren't coming back to you anymore, which is super important. I just see you as being a lot more of a well-rounded individual, but it's like on the soul level, and as a result, you're becoming like a pillar of light for probably people in your community. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys had people reaching out to you, just like saying, just like niceties is what it's coming through. Okay, so that was Taurus. And let's move on to Sagittarius. Water, air, 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 fire, fire. Okay, yes. Let's move on to Sagittarius. Do we have any Sagittarius, sun, moon, or rising? Let me just, and I'm going to use tarot for you guys after I have a bite of apple. Yes, Sagittarius. Okay, Ira. Just give me 2 seconds. I was really busy today, and I didn't give myself any time to eat. And when I channel, I just like, I don't know, I feel like I use a different part of my vocal cords because it just probably doesn't help that I'm sitting in front of the AC though. We haven't done Libra yet. We will move into that. Let me just have a sip of water. Okay, so this is for Sagittarius. This is the big blessing coming with this Sturgeon full moon. Thank you, Edgar. I will continue to. I unfortunately already can hear my voice doing that funny thing, and I don't know why. I don't feel like I'm projecting. Okay, Sagittarius blessing. This deck is very quiet. I might have to switch. And for some reason, I feel like it's a love message. Okay. Oi, I had a bunch of cards come out. Whenever I do that, I like to channel them. So this might not necessarily be a blessing, but let's just roll with it. Okay, so the first card that did come out, I feel like is describing your energy that has where you've been, kind of in this place where you just feel a little bit on the defense. There's just, you have a lot of irons in the fire. You've been up against a lot of energy, a lot of people coming at you. I think you've been burdened probably between the home and the office, and just a lot of different desires going on. I just see this kind of like this energy where you're in almost fight or flight mode, and it's like fiery. It's just very like engaged, and to me as an extra sensitive, this feels like too much. It just feels like always on the go, always have to go, and this is the energy that I see you in. However, just recognize that it's been you're at an advantage. You're on top of this hill. You have all those wands reaching up to you. So even though things have been very trying lately, that's like a good word. It's just like, it may not be bad times. It just feels a little exhausting. That's what's coming through. Okay. And what I see is perhaps an interest sparked in a talent of yours. This is a new talent. Or this could be simply the energy of just wanting to start something new or go down some road as terms of education. I think in the past you've been perhaps lacking passion in this department, wanting to go in this direction, and this is another person, so we might draw a romance card for you. But now that passion is rekindled, just I'm getting the idea to bridle it, right? Not to have so many irons in the fire with this Nine of Wands, right? Because it could fizzle out, right? The Nine of Wands, he's very good at getting any project off the ground, but he doesn't stay around for them. He gets them off the ground and then he moves on to the next one. And it's very good, but also we want to make sure that the message that's coming through is that dedication is a lot more valuable than inspiration. Because inspiration is fleeting, but dedication requires that you show up every single day and you start to develop faith in yourself. I think this could be talking about faith by trusting yourself, not so much the inspiration. For example, it's like I'm getting the idea of starting a new habit or starting a new routine, and it's keeping with this routine is going to keep your energy level. I just keep seeing it spiking in the past, and we kind of want to not do that because keeping it up and down, it takes a lot of energy to go like this and to oscillate. We want to bring it into more like a neutrally buoyant place, okay? And I do see a spirit of adventure for you. The Ace of Wands, there is a blessing of energy coming through, and it's like the one wand, right? This is a spirit of adventure. It always tells me that let your path be guided by your creative talent, ability, willpower, and drive. Because I see that you're going somewhere new in your life. This is a new cycle. I think that in the past you had stale energy. You didn't know which way to turn. You felt like your intuition is blocked, but the sickle moon always reminds you that your intuition is always there, okay? But sometimes you use a little bit too much logic to doctor an emotional issue. So we have a physical body, we have a mental body, we have an emotional body, and we have a spiritual body. Sometimes we rely on our logic a bit too much when we need to open our heart to receive something. I see that things are becoming a lot more balanced at home, a lot more harmonious. It feels like that energy that was very scattered before and just very like, for lack of a better word, it's relaxing. I see like this relaxing that's coming forward, okay? Oh, wow. And then we have the Star card, which is like a sign of hope. But what I'm getting is that you're reaching something big, okay? Look at these significant cards, Sagittarius. These are very, very beautiful cards. To me, it's like you're finally picking, if I were to zoom way out, it almost feels like your life purpose, okay? And then finally, we have this Queen of Swords, which to me talks about this, okay, so the big message that's coming through is to let your path be guided by all of your willpower, all of your desires, all of your passions. But what the Queen of Swords says is without exaggerated zeal. Recognize that you just need to take the necessary steps every single day to put in the work, but there's a balance that is required between exhausting yourself. It's that message of faith that was trying to come through. If you believe that this is the right path, or that you're at least walking in a direction that feels like you're following your heart, that's the right direction. I wouldn't necessarily give it any more thought than that. The Queen of Swords says, move forward down your path without exaggerated zeal. Try not to convince people without anger or anything like that. Just move in a clean, clear, precise area. So to me, it feels like your blessing that's coming through is perhaps new energy or a clarifying energy about what you want to pursue. It's a really good combo of cards. Yeah, this feels very beautiful. You're definitely starting a new beginning. I see that with the Fool. To me, it feels like you're trusting yourself, because this also might be something that was very close to your heart. This decision or moving in this direction, I feel like it was very close to your heart, because if you can see in the Two of Swords, she's crossing the swords over her heart. And so it's like you were protecting yourself from seeing something, the reality of a situation, but the star says to bare your heart, to bare everything in order to be able to be this connection between your higher self right here and yourself that's on earth, the physical body. That is very kind of you, Zahara. Thank you. Virgo. We just did Virgo. If someone in the chat could remind me about, hi Amber, Virgo. I empty it the second the channeling is done. It's like I can't remember any of it. Virgo. Yeah, I'm so sorry. It's out of my mind. But perhaps at the end, if you want to stick around, we could I kind of want to do like a little bit of a wild card situation. I was going by signs, like earth signs. So let's see what would be next. That was a lot. I know it was more of a channeled message, but I feel like that's what Sagittarius needed to hear most. Okay, let's pick Libra. Okay, we're going to work with Libra now. There were so many people that came through in your reading, though, Sagittarius. The Knight of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. They can always represent situations, but I kind of got a little bit of a nudge towards a love reading. And I don't want to exhaust my voice before I get through all the signs. Yeah, so what I just pulled for Sagittarius real quick was a romance card, and I got finances and career, which to me says focus on everything we talked about. It was kind of like no to the relationship, like close that door, Zach. So it feels like we got everything out that we needed to. Oh, have fun at dinner, Edgar. Thank you for being here. Have fun. I'm having pizza for dinner tonight. Close it, Zach. Okay, so this is for Libra. Okay, so this is for Libra. The big blessing. What is the biggest blessing moving through for Libra? Wow, harmony in the home is being highlighted. So just had these two cards pop out. The Ten of Cups is an incredible energy. The Ten of Cups says that it feels just like harmony in the home to the nth degree. I feel like in the past, you may have been like either moving furniture around, either moving homes. You could have had someone in your house that you're entertaining for a little while. Perhaps you had been traveling a while. What I'm getting is that you're getting grounded in the home. I think that Libra has been spending a lot of attention on their career, but right now we're calling for attention on the body, the home, nurturing home life, because that environment is going to support all the energy that is required of you to pursue your career at this time. It feels like a blessing of money a little bit as well. I do pick up on that rainbow. Okay, the Queen of Pentacles. She to me embodies the ideal for the suit of Pentacles, which is health and wealth, and some other things like talent. But even more so than the King of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles has an empire. The Queen of Pentacles has an empire and a family. She is able to manage both the home and a career, which talks about a huge ability to balance a lot. This entire lifetime, I feel like, is about balancing things. So, what I sense is that there's harmony in the home. I think that you could have a surprise visitor coming through. Okay. I don't know if you have kids in college or something along those lines, but it feels like a homecoming a little bit. Feels like a celebration as well. I feel like there might be a little bit of a surprise energy too. I just get this pull towards a little bit of a surprise. You guys, you have the Ace of Wands as well. That is a real blessing. To me, the Ace of Wands talks about life purpose. Okay. It talks about a burst of energy. Okay. It also talks about an inclination towards taking up a spiritual path. If you guys have spiritual businesses, I see them thriving over the next 30 days. I wonder if you guys are curious about starting an at-home job. If you guys are curious about starting working from home, this could even just be a side project that you do in addition to your regular job. I think that if you guys were to start a project at home, doing something at home, that's going to be very beneficial. The energy for Libra right now, Libra is an air sign, so opposite of all this earth that we're talking about, okay? And curiously, it's the only element that didn't come out. Oh my God, the likes and the people viewing read 1111 right now. So I feel like with this 10 of Cups, you might want to make a wish, Libra. Yeah, what I'm feeling like is this energy of starting a new project at home, starting a new business. This is incredible energy. The Ace of Wands talks about a blessing as long as you're following your passion. So, especially when we're interpreting it through the 10 of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, home career. Okay, let's just pull maybe from this card. I want to get a little bit more information. No, I'm going to reach for this deck. Oh my God, you're packing up right now and going home. That's so cool. If any of you are starting something from home, Libra, by at home, I mean like entrepreneur. I hope that's coming through. Yeah, your own business. Even if you have a business with your family, that's coming through as well. Too many. Oh, you guys are talking about food. Deep fried plantains. Yum. Oh, goodness. It's getting a little dark in here. Oh. See if this can. I don't know if that's going to do much. Not really. I'm a little, that's okay. We'll just bring it in a little bit. That feels like almost a complete message for Libra. Yeah. Bodily health is coming through too. So let's move past Libra. Yours is a little shorter, but only because that's kind of like ideal length for me. So we have 5 done. That's pretty cool. Let's see what's next. Zahara says, someone in Colombia should invent a deep fried pizza. I'm having pizza tonight. It's what we usually do. I have a lot of basil growing in my garden, and I just do a very simple pesto with mushrooms, tomatoes from the garden as well. Okay, let's go with Leo. Cilantro pesto, yum. I've done a carrot pesto. I'm gonna open some windows, you guys. It just feels like a little dark and spooky. And this is sort of my living room. Let's see. That's better, kind of. Okay, Leo. Leo, for some reason, I feel like this message isn't quite what you were expecting. What I see here is a teacher or a mentor coming down to teach you to walk down a spiritual path, or this is you being asked to step up and become a leader. This is Sun, Moon, and Rising for Leo. I see you guys having the opportunity to lead something, okay? And it's a spiritual ability of yours. It feels like almost the energy of lecturing about a spiritual ability of yours, okay? It's definitely picking up a practice of spirituality is what's coming through, okay? I think that some of you want to be teachers. Some of you want to direct and lead other people, okay? And what I'm getting is like to take this path forward in a very orthodox way. I'm all for doing things in an unorthodox approach. Okay? What I'm getting is that right now you're pursuing a path of spirituality. You might consult a psychic advisor. You might be looking into someone who's going to look into your past lives, okay? What I'm getting with the Hierophant and this Knight of Wands, if you can look here, you can see the pyramids. I feel like right now there's a message that is going to come from an advisor, a psychic advisor, a shaman, a clairvoyant, someone who can do past life regression, someone who can do Akasha record reading, okay? It's going to reveal something about your soul because you also had the Lovers come out. And those are coming in order, 5 and 6. I feel like getting this nugget of truth is going to awaken something much bigger in yourself. It feels like an aha moment is coming through. And this is necessary for your evolution and for your growth because these are a major arcana cards. And that talks about fated events coming through. So what I feel like is you're either invited to like a spiritual crowd, group, gathering, club, or you're being invited to design one. Design a club for psychics where you practice your own spiritual gifts and abilities. This can also not necessarily be spirituality, though I really think it is because the Element of the Wands came out 3 times. I Actually, it is. It's something to do with spirituality because you have this Lover's card with the angel above there. You might be into looking at radiant circles or radiant healing as well. Let me see if I can get some clarifications for you. And then in a different lens, this is going on a retreat. So the blessing is, I feel like you've been looking for someone to teach you something. I think you guys have been looking for someone to teach you something and to sort of just help you. It feels like you've been doing all the work by yourself, and what's coming through is a burst of energy. It's being represented by the Knight of Wands, okay? With the Lovers coming out, I will open that lens too, but what I'm getting first for Leo is this message of someone coming through to help you on your path. And by path, I mean in a spiritual sense. Okay, let's see. This is for Leo. Knight of Wands again. So we have the Knight of Wands coming out twice. That is the rebel child of the deck, of the tarot. And for it to come out twice, it's that double message I'm getting. To me, it's someone to help you on your spiritual path. It's you needing to take up the reins and start to pursue something more spirituality-wise, like a spiritual practice. This is something you do every day. This is like the energy of booking a psychic once a month and keeping up with that routine. For others of you, I see this Knight of Wands as a love connection. A love connection. The sun came out, okay? What I get is self-awareness, though. For some reason, I'm not trying to bring through this romance reading. It feels a little bit deeper than that. It feels like what's coming for Leo, the big thing that's coming for you guys is like illumination of yourself. And I feel like you're about to have a lot of energy to want to go down a spiritual path or to learn about a spiritual gift that you have. For others of you, this is simply just a lot of energy to get a project of yours off the ground. Perhaps it is to lead a group of individuals. Perhaps this is to start your own YouTube channel. Perhaps this is like a Discord. This is a Twitch live stream. This is you starting to share your wealth of knowledge with the world. I see you guys as being very knowledgeable about something, and it's time to share your struggle a little bit, okay? Now let me just tap into a romance reading real quick. This is for Leo. This Knight of Wands. Can I get a little bit about this Knight of Wands? They have dimples. They're a mystic. Okay? That's why it's so linked. This Knight of Wands, and that's why we have the Ancient Egypt pull. I think that you guys have had past lives in Ancient Egypt before, or Atlantis. Okay, maybe one more card. And they're younger than you. I'm hearing not significantly, though. So those are all the confirmations that I have for Leo. Very fun. Dimples and Mystic. Come on, that's so cute. Oops. Okay. So that was Leo, you guys. And that's 6. That's officially halfway. And I actually feel good, even though I'm literally an entire hour over time. Thank God. Okay. Let's move on. I'm going to take a sip of water, maybe catch up with the chat. For any of you guys, basil tea is comforting. Ooh, basil tea? I eat a lot of basil, a lot of pesto. Basil tea, do you just dry the leaves, Ira? I would be so interested in that. I have a lot of dried basil, actually. I grow a lot of tomatoes, and they're companion plants. If you grow basil and tomatoes together, they work very well. They kind of support each other in the root system. Basil tea, that sounds so good. I love basil. I have a lot of mint as well. I just like to go out and like touch the top because it like releases so many perfume oils. Butter. Oh my god. A Leo from Singapore. We just did Leo. Put basil in hot water, draw it out. You can sweeten it if you wish. Okay, so it doesn't have to be dried. Just regular basil. That sounds so good. I'm gonna add that to my list. Remind me tomorrow at 7 a.m. to try basil tea. Okay. Leo from Singapore. Leo, just real quick, I'm getting a professor coming through, or you're being invited to be a professor. We also got the Knight of Wands for you, Leo, and the cards that came out to describe them were Dimples, Younger, and a Mystic. You might start with this Knight of Wands. They're a very fiery character. There's someone who moves around. They could be a wanderer as well. What I'm getting is that you might actually come together to start a project together. This is like starting a club, for lack of a better word, starting a channel, starting a podcast, where you share your wealth of talents. I sense that Leo has a wealth of talents. They're either going to be told to step into a role where you're an instructor or you're a teacher, or you're being told to seek out an instructor or a teacher, okay? Let's move on. Jasmine tea is so good with asthma or the throat. Jasmine tea. We have pink jasmine. It's not flowering anymore, though. Okay, so who is next? Gemini. Ooh. We talked a lot about Gemini moons in the very beginning. 1212 on the clock slash people and thumbs up. 1212 is the number of Archangel Michael, if anyone's curious. Gemini. I am a Gemini moon in sidereal. So we're going to focus on Gemini's big blessings for this Sturgeon moon. Gemini. Do we have any Geminis in the house? It's so cool to see you guys so chatty. Chiron is in Gemini. Okay, so healing. Chiron is where you're healing. Gemini is your communication. What needs to be healed in this lifetime? Communication with others, but also I don't need to interpret that. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to call anyone out. Okay, so blessings for Gemini. I want to work with a different deck. Let's see which house is about to be blessed for Gemini. Who else is Gemini? Yair has Gemini in Chiron. We have not done Pisces yet. We can do Pisces next. Okay, so this is for Gemini. Your second house of assets. Wow. Okay, so material things, okay? And anything that gives you a sense of security, but it is also your talent as well. So I wonder what your lead talent is, but what you're getting is a financial blessing, a wealth of health blessing, and what I'm also getting is something to do with your talent. I'm very curious. With the new moon, or the full moon, I always do that. With the full moon, remember, it illuminates what is hidden, because the moon resonates or corresponds with the subconscious. And I almost get this vibe, Gemini, that you have a hidden talent. I get this idea that Gemini has a hidden talent that's coming to the surface. And it's a little bit, I definitely see the blessing of finances improving. But what I'm getting is that there's a hidden talent, and this deck is being so quiet. Let me just tune in for a second, Gemini. Seven of Pentacles. So your lot in life, you're growing it. Your talents, your career, you're growing it. And what I feel like is you're at this period where all the fruit is on the vine, but it's not ripe yet. And that is something that can be so discouraging But it's a reminder that things need to grow. I just mentioned this in my recent video. I talked about, for tomatoes, for example, they take so long, not in like a dramatic sense, but the green fruit, I've had tomatoes on my vines out there, green ones, for like a month now because I had a big flush happen and then towards the end, just really small ones grow. And that's what I'm getting is like all the green tomatoes are on the vine, but they're not quite ready to be harvested yet. You also have the Magician and the Six of Cups. Let me just get a little bit more for Gemini. You also have the Ace of Wands. There's so many people getting a lot of inspiration, but a lot of impulse and passion too, okay? This hidden talent of yours, you might have a hidden talent to be able to look at the past. I talked about a hidden talent, okay? You also very loosely could just be a manifester and someone who has a lot of past life experience with manifesting, and it's just not something you've pursued in this life. And that's probably because on a soul level, you're like, yeah, I've done that. But I feel like as far as your blessings going, you have the second house of assets. With that vibe that I was getting about a secret hidden talent, the combination between the Magician and the Ace of Wands, we're talking about wands. There's an emphasis on the wand. So what I get right now is that you're a very strong, energetic match to pull down something that you have a desire for at this time. This is for Gemini. Blessing in the terms of finances, and what I'm getting is that if you guys were to utilize manifestation, that's going to bring this in. Okay, so what I'm getting is that, I mentioned this once before, feng shui. If you guys just look up a simple feng shui map online, there is a sector at the top left of your house, and it's for career and finances. I'm getting that this is just one example of how to work with manifesting, and magic is what's being blessed for you guys. That's really cool. And that really does make sense to me about a hidden talent. You can't see magic necessarily. That's what's being blessed for Gemini. What I was saying was with this career and finances sector of your house, you can place something there that moves and it represents movement. This can be a candle. This can be a plant. For some reason, I always think about using a pinwheel, but I never have. Put some movement in that sector of your house. Go online, find out where in your house. It's going to be in the top left portion of wherever your property is. Place something in there that moves. And I think that you guys are about to experience a financial blessing. It says Gemini. And then some of you do have this natural ability to move energy, because we're talking about a wand. We're directing energy from something up here to down here. And Gemini is the sign of air. So you guys are very good with visualization. I think that you guys could practice visualization right now, because I feel like you're in a good place energetically. You're in a good place energetically to really develop and hone a craft that you have had for lifetimes. Am I getting anything else for Gemini? It's material success is your blessing that's coming through, Gemini. Okay. So that's that. You know what I want to do for Gemini for some reason? I really want to pull an animal spirit guide. Sorry. Oh my god, you guys got Frog. Frog is healing, but it is a clairvoyant. The frog is said to be able to pass between worlds. I actually think that you guys have an ability to look into past lives. I think that this is a hidden talent that this full moon is shining light on, but it is requiring you to take action with this antelope. action to actually bring this manifestation into the present moments. There's an action element required. It's almost like it's right there, it's on the sidelines. You've done this for lifetimes, or you have experience in a past life. We just need you to take an action to bring that in. You guys are very spiritually gifted, Gemini, but I don't know that you understand that, okay? I think that you guys get a lot of coaching in your dreams, and I think that you guys are here to do something very spiritual in nature, but it's that idea that I keep seeing it as hidden from you. To me, it feels like it's something that you've thought about it before, but I don't know you've ever worked with magic before. And so what I feel like is start with something small. Okay, Gemini? It's getting a little dark again. Let me just open up a window. Oh. Okay. That's a little better. The panther, we've just talked about jaguars, which are a type of panther not too long ago. It was so cool. Yeah, the Black Panther, the void. And the void talks about the hidden potential. You know what, Gemini? And it might not be magic for all of you, but you definitely have a hidden talent. I think what you could do is to sit in a quiet space. Make sure you cleanse your energy first before you do meditation. I'm hearing for you guys because the frog came out. Cleanse your space, so sage, Palo Santo, get some black tourmaline around you. Tiger's eye, I feel like, is something that works well for you guys. And what I'm hearing is just to sit and just ask yourself, get to a quiet headspace. Yes, I just saw a hummingbird. And okay, so bring your energy up to joy. Make yourself feel the energy of joy. This is so interesting. This is something that you guys can do. And it's almost, what I'm hearing is like, it might not even be hidden, but you do it so naturally that you don't know that you have a talent for it. And so I'm like, if you want to actually bring something in, like a tangible thing like money or a talent, I feel like just play with this. Everything we've been talking about, play with it, because I feel like you guys have this natural ability to enter timelines, and it's something you do so intrinsically. It's really cool. Yeah, and the Wheel of Fortune just popped out too. This is something that's in your destiny. But it also, the Wheel of Fortune, you guys, I just lost it in the deck. It talks about drawing a circle. And that's what the magician was talking about as well. I think that you guys have a natural affinity for magic. And I think that could be a talent of yours coming to light. I'm so interested in Gemini. I want to keep this going, but I have other people, other signs. It's like a very curious, I want almost to do like an entire reading for it. Okay, so let's move on. Oh, I said I would do Pisces next. That's right. So we're going to do Pisces, the mystics. So cool. We're about to do Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let me know in the comment section who is Pisces. My little sister is Pisces. I'm going to just have a little bite of a Cliff Bar. And maybe read a couple comments or two. Ooh, Moon, Sun, Tarot. I'm feeling this message strongly, but for me it's a new or different type of magic than usual. Highly appreciate your insight. You're so welcome. My sun is Aquarius in both sidereal and tropical. And my moon is, sorry, Gemini. Cancer and tropical. My rising is Capricorn. Interestingly. I don't really relate to my Capricorn, except I have a love-hate relationship with my rising, which is why I don't really talk about it. Okay, so Pisces. You mystics, I like this idea of a house. Let's figure out for Pisces. Second house of assets came out again. Okay, what I'm hearing is to just use a tarot deck. Okay, Pisces, let me just shuffle. There's a dream communication coming through, okay? Sorry, I was just reading a comment. You're so right, Yair. That actually kind of makes a little sense. I used to be a professional photographer and then other things on social media. Okay, so the first message that came out, and then I got a clarification and I kind of got the same message, okay, is the Nine of Swords with the Queen of Pentacles. Now, this is for Pisces, you mysticals. When I asked for clarification, I got the Page of Pentacles and the Moon, and it's kind of like opposite emphases. So over here, it's like a subtle anxiety and a big improvement in the home and finances. Over here, small improvement, home and finances, large anxiety. So what we're talking about is a communication, because that's the other card that came out. I feel like you guys have been curious about work. I think you've been interested in changing your careers or interested in perhaps having a little bit more freedom. I think that your time is really important to you, Pisces. I feel like what you're looking for is a stronger connection at work or with the work that you do, because something that you do, it's either at home or work or a talent of yours, it's been creeping into the dream zone. And your subconscious is trying to reveal something to you. It might actually be revealing you to pursue education. I wonder if you guys are dreaming about school a lot, or if you're having flashbacks to when you were in college or high school, or if you guys have pursued higher education. What I'm getting is that there's a message that is in the dreamland. And to me, it's talking about folding in your time. I know that everyone's time is limited. Folding in something that you are meant to pursue in this lifetime, in addition to what you're already doing. I just get this idea that there's something along balance between work and social life that is not enough for Pisces. Pisces wants more freedom. Pisces wants to have a little bit more flexibility in their schedule. And I sense that that's something that they push down because they really want to be able to have a successful career, be able to make a lot of money, manage home, manage finances. But it's like Pisces is a very, very sensitive sign. Not a bad thing. I love Pisces. Okay. And sensitivities are a superpower once you can turn on to them. But I feel like you guys have a little bit been neglecting a decision or neglecting a message that's coming through about your work. Okay. This is important because with the Queen of Pentacles to come out, she's actually kind of talking to me about your potential. You guys have a really strong potential to be able to have a relationship with a significant other and even a family and your extended family. You're able to have this in this lifetime, as well as a very strong, successful career. And what I get is it's almost like one of those is not quite in balance, okay? And what I feel like is that we need to pay a little bit more attention to how that feels. If work isn't something that feels sustainable, if it doesn't feel like it's giving you an opportunity to do something that is required, like making money, and I just sense this weird little thing, Pisces. And it's creeping into your dream zone as well, okay? And I think that you're being motivated and illuminated as far as perhaps a new path or perhaps where you can take the first step. For example, this is the idea of taking a master class or going onto Skillshare and learning about something before you make a really large investment. I feel like you guys need to invest in something. You might be wanting to make an investment in a new house, an investment in your job, and an investment in putting yourself first, putting yourself in the spotlight, perhaps pursuing a new career. And what we're being told is to take an action in a small way that's very supportive, though. It's a little bit of laying a foundation. Let me open this deck just to see what else we want to tell Pisces about this. It feels very much like an energetic blessing, okay? It's an aha moment, an illumination. Pay very close attention to your dreams. I don't know, Pisces, if you've been having very prophetic dreams lately or you're getting a lot of signs in your dreams. It would be very useful for you to keep a dream journal by the bed and to write them down. The Fool, a new beginning. That's what we're picking up on. So your blessing, you might even be called, that's why I could see that imbalance. You might be invited to do a little bit more or to take on more responsibility. And for others of you, I'm hearing that you took on too much responsibility and we need to bring it back into an even balance like this Queen of Pentacles is so capable of doing. Yeah. And this is a big blessing. It's as far as career goes, okay? Do I want to pull? Yeah. Whenever I get the Moon card and the Nine of Swords, I love to send an animal spirit guide your way. So this is for Pisces. I'm going to connect with an animal spirit guide for Pisces, please. What animal spirit guide could help Pisces through this like new beginning or transition? Be gentle. I have the deer and the butterfly. The butterfly talks about a transformation, a metamorphosis. That's the message. Don't force yourself out right now. Don't force yourself out of the cocoon. If you ever see a butterfly struggling to emerge from a chrysalis, the struggle is necessary because when it struggles, it pumps blood into its wings and then it can fly. But if you help the butterfly out and just set it in the grass, it's never gone through that struggle, so it doesn't have any blood to pump in its wings, and so it will never be able to fly away. What I'm getting is that right now we want you to be gentle with yourself because I think that energetically you've been doing a lot. I think you've been taking on a little bit much at this time, and we just want you to move forward in very gentle energy as you go about this metamorphosis. We had that Fool card. I threw it back in the deck though. To me, it talks about a new beginning, but we don't want to force it open. The deer energy is so, so powerful, but it does say be gentle. That's what I'm getting for Pisces. We have 4 more. Yes, Ira, that is very, very good advice. Okay, Erica. We had that card pop out. I was going to draw another one, Erica, but I just remembered the house that was blessed for you is the second house of assets as well. So I feel like material world, okay, finances and talents, that's something that is going to be blessed upcoming. That's what's coming for you. as you navigate this transition in your life. But what I'm hearing is very, very close to what Ira suggested, that you have to tell yourself a different story, and that focusing on being okay really will provide new opportunities for you. The Fool did come out, and to me, that does talk about an important journey. You're about to develop, you're about to walk down a path of self awareness right now. I think right now things are trying, and that's what I picked up on, that little weird of imbalancement. But we want you to focus on, uplifting your energy. This could be singing. This could be spending time with people who make you laugh. This could be going to just like a cheesy rom-com or watching a rom-com. Be very careful with your energy, because you don't want to sit in the energy of just, being lost. And I'm not trying to tell you what to do. Okay, but I also don't want you to be overburden yourself, okay, with your path and your life purpose. Oh my God, I could go on. Let's move on. Let's see. We only have 4. Cancer. Okay, Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's see. What is the big blessing coming for Cancer? Rest. I think Cancer needs rest. You might be going, this is very much going on a spiritual retreat. I think someone's about to invite you to go to a spa day or a mental health day. This is about going somewhere very peaceful and tranquil. The big blessing for Cancer coming through could also be a sage. I think you guys might be curious about finding someone who's going to help you meditate, or going to help you reach a more meditative state of being. I'm also hearing that you guys might like to do yoga, okay? Sorry, excuse me. I never burp except when I do this. Rest. Yeah. What I'm getting is a big vibe about a spiritual retreat or just a break. And this is needed. So now we again have, I love when this happens. We go 9 into 10 and we talk about faded energies moving through. So what is necessary right now for Cancer? I know that we're talking about a blessing, and this is a blessing, it feels like, is you're getting the time and space you need to be able to take a breath. It's like the energy of sitting a beat. Just need to sit a beat, because there is a faded event moving through, okay? You're about to go into this new chapter with this Wheel of Fortune. Things are about to spin, but what's needed right now is rest. And I'm hearing that if you try to force the Wheel of Fortune to spin in your favor, it's the last thing you need. Now, interestingly, that is the exact opposite of advice that I like to give. The Wheel of Fortune always reminds me of a mill, like a grain mill. And to turn grain into flour, something more profitable, you need to be able to turn the mill, which requires action. But what I'm getting for you is to sit a beat, right? 4 of Swords says deep rest. And then 9 of the Hermit card says to go within and to pull away from the world. This is necessary because what is required after this moment of rest is a lot of action and energy. And I think you need to coop some of that energy. You have to bring back some things. I'm getting the idea of a blessing of energy moving forward. If things have been stale, they're going to move forward when you pull back a little bit of some energies. For example, these could just be commitments that you have, smaller commitments. Rest is indeed a big blessing. I am so glad. And I just had all the cards fly out. So I honestly feel like that's your blessing coming through. I did have the Three of Pentacles under the deck, so you might be getting recognized in the workplace. Yeah, for something that you do. Okay, so 3 more, you guys. Wow. So cool. Ooh. I'm excited to do Aquarius. Yikes, my voice just like really dropped. Okay. We're going to do Aquarius now. Are there any Aquariuses in the house? Besides myself, I really love being an Aquarius. Let's shuffle these a bit. Okay, so big blessing for Aquarius. I want to pull an Earth Magic card first. That's what I'm being told. This is for Aquarius. Curious. Wow. Sorry, I will think on this, but show you the cards as well. So interesting. Desert with Vision Quest and the Milky Way with Perspective. That's very synchronistic. That's so curious. Let me pull some tarot cards. I almost feel like, and this is just the energy of it. It's always hard to put energy into words. It's the energy of a psilocybin trip. Yes, and I just saw a crow fly overhead. And another one. It's the energy of a psilocybin trip. I'm so curious. I'm going to pull this one up because I'm an Aquarius. So I'm not in a rush, you guys. Something that's so juicy to Aquarius is new insight. Very interesting facts about the world. For example, I love shows about aliens. I love shows about Bigfoot. I love shows about remote viewing, about jumping timelines. I'm getting the idea that for Aquarius, there is some very, very curious truth that is going to be shown to you because you are at the proper time in space in order to receive this message because we're in the age of Aquarius. It feels like Aquarius is the one who gets to be handed this. Aquarius is being shown something very, very curious. Shut up. I just got full body shivers. You guys are being shown something. So where is the emphasis? The emphasis is the hand coming from the cloud. And over here, the emphasis is the hand holding on to the lantern, the spotlight, the star, the connection to the stars. Over here, this represents spirit. That's literally what I'm seeing. And where did this person go? They went all the way into nature on a vision quest. And if you think about this Hermit card, the most interesting thing about this Hermit card is that he's up on top of the mountains, so high that it looks like the perspective is off. Is he that much bigger than the mountains, or is this just a small snowdrift? It's such a curious energy. It feels like Aquarius has been in a moment of their life, I just got a ding, where things have been like ho-hum. And they're like, well, I've learned this about spirituality. I've learned this about the universe. And that's like, why isn't the universe recognizing that I'm ready to receive something much bigger? It's because it comes down to Aquarius being like, it's the age of Aquarius. They're supposed to do something and reveal something to humanity. I'm getting the idea that you guys are getting a very important download. There's a crow again, okay. You guys are getting a very important download. I'm going to try to bring this out, but I'm not rushing it. It's so interesting. That's so weird to see these cards in totally different decks be perfectly illustrated. This is for Aquarius. The Ace of Cups. That's that cup being offered from the cloud, and it's a huge one. I think Aquarius has been through some ish in their life, but that's what has given you such an incredible perspective. Yes. It's a gift, is what I'm hearing. I'm getting so many spiritual shivers, you guys. It's so interesting. I know I'm live right now, but I'm also just like, huh. I feel like there might be some necessary action required in order to get this download, which is like what I first talked about, which was like a psilocybin trip. But I'm also getting that it could simply be delivered to you. I just get this idea that if Aquarius can take a step into nature, something is going to be given to them. It's like a pivotal insight. It's almost like I almost literally see spirit crossing the veil to very intentionally like touch you in order to give you something that was hidden from you before. I feel like something very impactful is being revealed to Aquarius. So interesting. I'm sorry, you guys. That's what I'm getting right now, and I have two more to do. Otherwise, I would totally sit here with you and be like, "This is just so interesting to have these cards come out." I mean, this literally does talk about perspective. That's just crazy. And I just saw this, like so cool, very interesting. um, very cool, Aquarius. Sorry, I was a little selfish there and let myself look into that. What do you guys say? Yeah, kind of like a revelation. Welcome back, Amber. Okay. We have Aries and Scorpio left. Gosh, that message after our live stream, I'm going to be like, I'm ready. Can I have it now? We're going to do Scorpio and then finish with Aries. Okay, so Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay. Wow, Sophie is still here. Thank you, Sophie. And thank you, Amber, for coming back. So cool. Okay, Scorpio. Wow, Aquarius, that was so interesting. I was so curious. I really have to take a second, you guys, and disconnect, even though my mind is like completely there. Okay, Scorpio. That's such an Aquarius thing of me to be like, oh, that's so interesting. Let me think about that inside my own head for 7 hours, and I'll come back out starving, but I have reached illumination. I'm just reading myself. Okay, Scorpio. First message, Scorpio, you need to learn to delegate your tasks. I think that you're a creative powerhouse is the message that's coming through. But a real strength in getting to the next stage of your life, Scorpio, is going to be able to delegate some of the tasks you have to other people who are perfectly capable of doing them. But you need to have a little bit more time to pursue. Yeah. I think delegating and asking other people to do things is a little hard for Scorpio. So that was the first message. What I'm also getting is that there is a message about love, and we haven't done a lot of messages about love. And so we're going to do a love reading. But there was that first message about your career, okay? And the combination of this says to delegate, okay? I think you've been spending a lot of your energy in work, and we want you to get out of work mode, which is probably why I want to talk less about career and more about this relationship that I see for you, okay? Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. This King of Wands, yeah, the first thing I heard was relationship, so let's go there. I'm going to open my new deck, and I just got a ding. Okay, so this is for Scorpio, please. Who is this King of Wands who I'm so jealous of? Just text them. This is Scorpio. They're a nerd. Me too. Chuck Bass. That's why we had this card come out. Okay, so Scorpio, I'm getting a love reading here, okay? But it requires you to take a leap of faith and make an action first. You're being told to just text them, okay? I think you've been hemming and hawing a little bit about this, and I think you've been channeling a lot of your energy into work and other creative pursuits and projects, but love wants to happen for Scorpio, okay? This person is a nerd, but they're also very, very attractive. This person is the King of Wands, right? Chuck Bass, Bass Enterprises. He's a very successful individual, okay? Now, I think you're hesitant to text them because this person in his past used to be a playboy. Remember, we had the Knight of Wands jump out so many times, and now we have the King of Wands. Before he was the King of Wands, he was the Knight of Wands. So he liked to sleep around with other people. He liked to just experience everything. This person used to be a wild person. Very radical, danced to the beat of their own drum, didn't really care about other people, just wanted to fill themselves with a lot of experience. But I'm hearing, Scorpio, that this person is just as passionate as you are. This person is a very passionate individual, and what I'm hearing is that they're a diamond in the rough. But what is being required of you right now is for you to be able to reach out to them first. Okay, let's get a little bit more about this person. Why are we talking about this King of Wands? It's like a blessing of a new beginning in love. And it's so interesting. I'm getting another message too. Yeah, release your ex. That's why it would be a new beginning. There is an action that's necessary. We have to be able to release our ex first. What was that other message? Stepping out of the office. I think you're going to cross paths with this individual when you can pick your nose off the grindstone. Let's see if there's any other energy I can pick up on this King of Wands. Oh, I will use this deck. This Chuck Bass character. Drama. Okay. This nerdy Chuck Bass. Okay, yes, that makes sense to me. Okay, here are the cards, you guys. Flirtation, yes. This is literally the energy of the Fool. I feel like you're about to be invited on a trip, Scorpio, with this King of Wands, and you were hesitant because you knew who this person was before they evolved. But what I'm hearing is that you don't know how they have evolved. I think this person's gone through a big shift in their life. I'm getting that they had a spiritual awakening. Now, what I'm also hearing is that the reason this relationship's coming into your life is because you're on the same energetic vibration. That's what causes relationships to happen. Perhaps you are also going through a spiritual awakening of your own. What I'm getting, though, this is the card of Enterprise, and we also have the figure of Enterprise, okay? We also have Escape, okay, with the Fool. I feel like we want you to escape the office. There's a blessing when Scorpio can set down work. Delegate was that first message that came through. Kind of delegate the tasks. Yeah. I'm getting the love reading now. Let's see. Let me draw a spiritual card for Scorpio. Yeah. Scorpio, starseed, what lights you up? You guys have a little less energy, but that message makes sense to me. The other card that did come out was Break the Chain, Ancestral Patterns, Healing, and Rewriting the Future. I feel like it's rewriting your future. This is being, I don't know why, maybe because I'm a romantic, it's coming through as a love story. I get the energy that when you were younger, you guys were like so very headstrong. You guys are both being represented by the King of Wands, leaders, artists, very impassioned individuals. But I'm getting like at first, you like burnt each other. Oh my God, Empress Serenity. Oh my God, yeah, you're me too. Okay. Yeah, what I'm getting is that you guys burnt each other in the past, and this figure is coming back. I'm such a snoop. I want one more card. Teacher or instructor? That could be a confirmation for you. All right, Scorpio. Yeah, because you guys used to be in the friend zone, and maybe now are, but I get that this person's changed since, right? This person has definitely changed. Okay. Last card or last sign, we're going to do Aries now. Let me just clean up. My table here is so interested in who this little Chuck Bass is. Scorpio, you need to go check, or you need to go catch yourself a bass. Because I like who they are. And I think that this person is very well-rounded now. He has a lot of experience. He, she, they. A lot of experience. Kind of a little bit of trial by fire. That's what it's coming through as. Okay. So, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay. This is the big blessing for Aries. Aries, your intuition is parallel to none at this time. I think that Aries is stepping into who they are as a high priestess. I think that you guys are stepping out of the energy of the Five of Cups. This is what we're leaving behind. I think something was on your mind, something was a little bit of a struggle for you. You were mourning the loss of something, but what you've been able to do is literally turn your back on what you were focusing on. All of the grief, despair, everything that didn't work out before, you're moving into a very, very different energy. You're feeling lovable again. You're feeling worthy of love. And as a result, a lot more is coming. I sense this little bit of a spirit of adventure as well with this Page of Pentacles, a new experience. I wonder that, Aries, I wonder that you're going on a little bit of a trip, okay? And this is because it's necessary to take your mind off of what was bothering you. There's something that was really bothering you. You were lamenting something. There was something that you were in despair over, something that felt like a loss of yours, okay? But I get that you're not staying there long. It's almost that you're like stronger than you've ever been. And as a result, you're able to access that feeling of love within yourself a lot more easily. With the Ten of Cups, I'm getting contentment in the home as well. I feel like if you're in a relationship, you're about to experience kind of a little bit of an upswing. I'm getting this idea of more intimacy between you and your partner. Home doesn't feel like a doormat anymore. That's a weird message. Home doesn't feel like a doormat. Maybe you're spending a little bit more time at home. It just feels like if you had any anxiety about home or moving homes or your partner not being at home, it feels like that's being resolved. I'm going to go a little bit deeper with yours. It's coming through a little clouded. This High Priestess is calling to me a lot. Let's use this deck. This communication card. I'm going to move in a different direction, Aries. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Besides home being harmonious, besides getting an invitation out, those feel like good blessings too. I feel like you're celebrating high times with friends and you're divorcing the past is what's coming through. This is for Aries, please. Rebirth. Yes, that's what it feels like. I think you guys sat in this energy of the Five of Cups for a while and you're leaving it behind. The rebirth is almost like the breach card where you leap over a major hurdle of your life. It feels like spring again. Your big blessing is this renewal of energy. And there's so much emotional satisfaction that's coming through, Aries. I think that you perhaps could be in a relationship, a young relationship. This relationship hasn't been long standing, but I feel like the person that you have been standing with, Aries, is someone that you can rely on. They're a very supportive individual, though they might lack the experience of the relationship. I also feel like, Aries, there is this, you are developing, yes, you're developing this foundation within yourself that you can rely on. And it's coming from a result of you not staying long when something felt like a loss. You were able to see the bright side of a situation. For some reason, I feel like that was so hard for Aries. It feels like that's not like your regular thing to do. You're a little bit more occasionally pessimistic, but right now, being able to focus on what you do want to desire, what you do want to experience, is causing you to have a lot more happiness and contentment. And what I'm interpreting this as, it's within your relationship. It feels like your relationship is going through this phase where things are like rekindling. There is a spark that's new. It's growing. What I sense is that there is a young relationship for Aries that we're drawing a lot of attention on. And we like this relationship because you can rely on this person emotionally. They're there for you to give you emotional support and stability. The rebirth card is very important. I think Aries is becoming a lot more comfortable with understanding who they are. I don't know that Aries has been super confident in knowing who they are, but you've gone through something recently and you dealt with it in a more metaphysical sense, and you saw that that emotional reaction, you used emotional medicine to doctor an emotional situation, and as a result, you were able to transmute it entirely. Whew, there it is. You're not someone, in the very beginning, we had a sign who was using logic to treat an emotional situation. I just see you as being able to rely on yourself more, which is a huge blessing for Aries. Perhaps one more card for Aries. A little spiritual lens to wrap up. Thank you guys so much for being here. It was so fun to see the chat light up. I will have to go back and read it all because I could not. Warrior woman, have you answered your deepest calling? With the High Priestess, now that this emotional situation is behind you, I think that you can rely on your intuition now because emotion is not clouding the situation. You're learning a very good balance between how to deal with things that, come up. Speaking of. The High Priestess is the most interesting to me, and I'm watching a scarab beetle fly by, which talks to me about ancient Egypt. But the scarab beetle also is very dull green on the outside and very shiny green underneath. I feel like there's something close to your heart that you haven't gone after yet, Aries, and that's why we have this warrior woman. You have a hard shell on the outside and try not to let things impact you, but I think you actually might be a little bit more sensitive to that. The light green, dull green on the outside is kind of like what you show to the world. The underbelly of the scarab beetle is very beautiful, iridescent, emerald green. It used to be crushed and used as eyeshadow, and it feels like that's something you hold very close to your heart. And I feel like this truth that you hold very close to your heart might be that you're a little bit more vulnerable than you like to let on. And I'm getting that you can trust this relationship with this Page of Pentacles. Okay? That's what's coming through. Finding yourself as an inner structure, something to rely on, is the message. Yeah, the warrior woman is perfect for Aries. Okay, this makes sense to me. Last card for Aries is, oh, there are two that came out. That is so interesting. Okay, this one first. First card that came out was the Initiation, Rite of Passage, Crossing a Threshold. And someone just said lighting on your dark path, shining a light on your dark path. Who said that? Empress Serenity. I literally have full body shivers. That's so cool. So what I'm sensing is that that emotional thing that's being represented by the Five of Cups, I think you're able to identify it now. It was the initiation. It required you to do something spiritual or metaphysical in nature in order to doctor a situation that happened. And because you were able to tune into the spiritual body or the spiritual lens, you were able to put that on your situation and successfully navigate something. And as a result, it was not as hard as it could have been. You got through that lesson easier than it could have been, enabling you to step out of it into a period of joyfulness. The last card that came out, that was your initiation. Makes sense that this is the final card. Sisterhood of the Rose, Beauty, Devotion, Priestess, Mystic, Teacher. So now you have two calls for a priestess and a mystic. And I think that's a call for you to pursue something spiritual in nature. And my boyfriend's getting home. Perfect timing. You can come in. I just finished. Okay, Aries, that is everything. I see some people leaving. I just wanted to finish that note. We have a double hit on priestess, okay? Mystic and teacher. So I think that you going through what you encountered emotionally, and again, it's that idea that you were able to doctor that situation somehow in a more mystical sense, a metaphysical sense, a spiritual sense. You used spiritual medicine to get through something, and that is like what is awakening you. Your deepest calling, is your deep calling to be a mystic, to be a priestess, to be a psychic? Okay, you guys, thank you so much for being here. I can't believe my boyfriend got home at literally right now as my voice is failing. And this 1 hour live stream turned into 2 hours. Thank you everyone who's here from the beginning. Yair, Ira, Soren is here still. Geez Louise. And everyone who just came in and out. Thank you so much. It was a lot of fun. Powerful reading, yes. I'm so glad. Here is, this is never required. I forgot to put this in the beginning. What's it called? Venmo. Have a Venmo and a PayPal if you want to. It is not required. It is Kaz Realm on both of them. If you had a reading that really resonated, want to throw me some gratitude money, you can just go ahead and do that. Thank you, everyone. This was a lot of fun, and I'm not nearly as dead tired as I thought I would be after 2 hours. Okay, so have a great night. I'm about to make some pizza. Check out my new YouTube that I just posted. Let me know in the comment section if you like it. It's a little bit different than usual. And I will see you guys next time.